viewers, and welcome to Advanced Tutorial Class Mathematics. So today we are going to be solving a problem on indical equation. Whereas if you are new to our YouTube channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get content like this whenever we drop them. Now let's solve this problem on indical equation. The question says 4 into 3 raised to the power of x plus 1 minus 3 raised to the power of 2x equals to 27. The problem says you should find the value of x. Now this is very easy. For us to find the value of x, we simply need to simplify this equation to give us a quadratic equation, thereby solving to get the value of x. So let's do that. Let's simplify this equation. And to simplify this, what will I do? I'll write for open brackets. Now look at this. 3 raised to the power of x plus 1. I can rewrite this in indices to be what? 3x, 3 raised to the power of x, multiplied by what? 3 raised to the power of 1, right? Because from indices, once you have multiplication, you can add what? Their powers. Because they have the same base, you can add their what? Powers. So by implication, 3 raised to the power of x times 3 raised to the power of 1 is the same thing as what? 3 raised to the power of x plus 1, isn't it? Because they have the same basis. Minus, now look at this, 3 raised to the power of 2x. You can agree with me that if I write 3 raised to the power of x squared is the same thing, isn't it? Because I can multiply the powers. X times 2 is what? 2x equals to 27. I'm simplifying it, right? Isn't it? Now for me, I can write 4 open brackets 3 raised to the power of x multiplied by 3 minus 3 raised to the power of x all square equals to 27, isn't it? I'll say let p be equals to what? Or let's say let 3 raised to the power of x be equals to p. So from here, wherever you find 3 raised to the power of x, you substitute the value of p, isn't it? So this is a very pivotal part of our question. 3 raised to the power of x equals to p. Very important part of our question. So note this down. Now, what do we do from here? Anywhere I find 3 raised to the power of x, I'll put p in this place. So this is 4 into p times 3 minus p squared, isn't it? Equals to 27. So let me multiply through. This is what? 4 times 3, which is 12, times p, which is 12p, minus p squared equals to 27. I can rearrange this to be in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, because this is the standard form of a quadratic equation. So let's do that. And how do I do that? I'll simply multiply through by minus 1. Minus 1. So this is going to be what? Minus 12p. Minus 1 times 12p is minus 12p. Minus 1 times minus p squared, that's what? Plus p squared equals to 27 times minus 1, that's what? Minus 27. Now, from here, I will rearrange it. It's going to give us what? P squared minus 12p equals to minus 27. Now, my goal is to make this to be in the form of this, okay? So what do? I'll take the constant, which is minus 27, to the what? Left-hand side, and equate it to 0. So this is p squared minus 12p plus what? 27 equals to 0. You can agree with me that p squared minus 12p plus 27 is the same thing as this. Just that the value is p squared and here is x squared. So there's no difference. And here is 1, okay? This has a coefficient of 1. So I'm going to solve this using the factorization method of solving quadratic equation. From here, I'll use the factorization method of solving quadratic equation. Now, by factorization method, it says that look for two numbers that once you add or subtract them, you're going to have the first value here, which is minus 12p, and those same numbers, once you multiply them, you're going to have 27. And I've thought of those numbers, and the numbers are minus 3p and what? Minus 9p. So this is it. I'll put it here. P squared minus 3p minus 9p plus 27 equals to 0. these are our two factors, right? Minus 3p and minus 9p. Because minus 3p plus minus 9p gives me what? Minus 12. And minus 3p times minus 9p gives me what? 27. Or minus 3 times minus 9, that's 27. So these are our factors. So from here, I will what? Factorize, because that's the method, factorization. Let's factorize this. Now look at p squared and minus 3p. They have something in common, which is what? P. So I'll bring out p all into what? P minus what? 3. Now this p times p gives me p squared, and p times minus 3 gives me minus 3p. Now look at this, minus 9p and 27. They have something in common, which is what? Minus 9. So I'll bring out minus 9. And what? P will be here. Minus what? 3 equals to 0. That's because minus 9 times p gives me what? Minus 9p. And minus 9 times minus 3 gives me what? Plus 27. This p minus 3 and p minus 3 are in the bracket. So I'm going to pick just one. So I have p minus 3 and p minus 9. P minus 9. All equals to 0. So from here, I'm going to solve to get the value of p, isn't it? So this is going to be p minus 3 equals to 0, or p minus 9 equals to 0. So from here, I have it that what? P is equals to, if I collect like terms, this is going to be 0. Once this minus 3 goes up to the other side, it's going to be 0 plus 3. Or p equals to 0 plus 9. So p is equals to 3, or p is equals to what? 9. Now recall that we had somewhere written that p is equals to what? 3 raised to the power of x. Our goal is to look for what? The value of what? X, not p. Because from the question, we're asked to look for the value of x. So I have it that, I have two values now, that p is equals to 3, or p is equals to 9. And I'm looking for what? X. So I'm going to have p, which is what? Substitute it here, this is going to be what? 3 equals to what? 3 raised to the power of x. Isn't it? For the first value of p, which is 3, I'll substitute it into this equation. So it's going to be 3 equals to 3 raised to the power of x. Now, look at this. This is the same thing as saying 3 raised to the power of 1. So 3 can cancel 3, right? 3 can eliminate 3, and my x is going to be equals to what? 1. X is equals to 1. This is the first value of what? X. Now let's find the second value of x with the next p. So this is going to be what? 9 equals to 3 raised to the power of what? X. Now look at this. I can make 3 to be what? 3 raised to the power of 2 equals to what? 3 raised to the power of x. 3 can cancel 3, so x is equals to 2. So the true value of x in that question is what? X equals to 1 or 2. So this is our answer. X equals to 1 or 2. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, you can do what? Comment down. Put your comments down. I'm going to reply to the questions. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and bye for now.